something to get you Hi, Jimmy. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Can you have a seat for me over here? So, how have you been this past week?
Been doing okay. Just the norm. Going to work, coming home. Nothing too exciting.
All right. Well, I know last week we had went into things that we talked a little bit about your background and kind of talked about things that are important to you and what you do usually during the week, and you just mentioned that you're doing pretty much the same things. So how about we kind of get more into that, about how you feel about this week since I've seen you.
Okay.
So how about you tell me what it is about this week that you've been feeling since I last saw you?
I guess I've just been thinking a lot about how my routine is the same, and I don't really do anything outside of work or hanging out with my friends at bars. Like that's really all I do, and I've been thinking a lot about that.
How does it make you feel doing the same things all the time?
I mean, well, it's comfortable, but I'm not any happier. Like it's easy for me to do, but I feel like I'm still equally depressed.
Yeah.
So it's not getting anywhere.
What do you think that you would want differently to happen?
I guess I just want to find how to be happier.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that looks like exactly, but I just want to be happy.
Yeah. No, I see that. Okay, I think what would work best for us right now is just kind of go over things that you do now. So you said that, I know last session you mentioned that you work a lot, and you do go out with your friends on the weekends, which is really good to have that social life that you have, and you seem to have like some really strong relationships. So I think that's good. But I think I want to go more into things that you feel that you would like to do that you haven't done, that's out of your norm. Do you want to expand on that a little bit? Okay. So what are some new things you want to get into?
Well, I used to like to paint, I guess. I used to like doing that a lot, but I haven't done that lately at all. I mean, I guess that could be one thing.
When was the last time you painted?
I painted a lot in college and then a little bit after, but my job kind of started to take over and I didn't spend time on that anymore.
That must be a struggle for work to take away from stuff that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Would you say that you were happy doing that painting?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was definitely kind of a happy place, I guess. Like, I enjoyed doing that.
You said that work kept you from that you got, I guess, too busy to take the time to yourself and paint?
Yeah. Yeah, I work long hours, like I said before, and just being really exhausted, I didn't want to come home and stay awake to do that. But then again, it does make me happy, so.
Okay. Would you be willing to maybe get back into that since it made you so happy before?
Yeah, I guess I could try.
What are some activities do you think that would revolve around painting that would maybe open you up to getting out more instead of being at home?
Just maybe some painting type classes. I know that some friends of mine had mentioned the other day that they went to this place called Painting with a Twist. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have heard of it. It's
But
really cool.
it sounds pretty cool, I guess. But I've never gone with them. They talk about it a lot.
Why haven't you gone with them?
I guess it's kind of a couple thing. A lot of people go and there's a lot of couples there, so I mean it would just be me by myself.
Does the couples being there have something to do with why you don't want to go?
Probably, yeah. I think so.
What about it makes you not want to go?
Well, I mean, it kind of sucks when you're the only one. Without a girlfriend there, and it's just another reminder that I'm 33 and still single. I might as well stay at my house by myself.
I know you've mentioned before the 33 and being single. You've said that in our last session, and I feel like you have some strong feelings about that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard. Some of the things I've been thinking about is I do the same thing over and over, and I see the same people all the time, and same people with girlfriends, and it just feels like I should have one right now.
Do you feel a pressure to be in a relationship just because of your age?
Yeah, I mean, 33, most people are married and having kids right now.
Is that something that you want or something that you feel like you should want?
I mean, I definitely want it.
Yeah.
I do. Um, it's more, I guess I want it for myself more than the pressure, but the pressure just makes it really hard to handle.
I'm going to go ahead and ask you a question, okay? And so I want you to relax, and we're going to see how it goes with when I ask you this question, okay? And just be honest. Uh, what if I were to tell you that one morning you woke up and you were happy and everything was going the way you wanted it to go? Can you tell me how that life would look for you that day?
I guess I would wake up and have someone to think about. I guess someone to say good morning to, or to greet me good morning. And then I guess go to work like I normally do. Maybe look forward to checking my phone with some kind of text messages from somebody, or maybe having being able to go see someone on my lunch break that I really look forward to seeing. I would definitely be more excited about waking up in the morning, not being dreading my day like I normally do. Yeah, I guess. And then after work, just also looking forward to coming home because it all seems the same right now. There's really no exciting parts of my life. So looking forward to coming home and either spending time with someone special, just knowing that I'm gonna enjoy being off work. So everybody else does, but for me, it's just something.
Well, it sounds to me that you're kind of just wanting something different in your life, something to get you excited again.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so how about we go into things that you just said, that after I asked you when you woke up and everything would be different. You had mentioned about being happy waking up in the morning, that you'd be more willing to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you don't feel, when you wake up in the morning, you usually don't feel excited for the day?
No, I usually don't. Like we already established, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Every day, so I really don't feel like I have anything to look forward to. Yes, I like my job, but it's kind of repetitive.
And you said that waking up to someone being there would be something that would be different in this whole world of everything being perfect, right? Yeah. And I know we talked about it before too, that being in a relationship is something that you want.
Definitely.
What about the relationship part of it would make you happy? What about being in a relationship makes you think that you'd be happier?
I mean, just having that one person that I know will always be there with me and as more of a companion. Like all my friends, they kind of have the other people that they're with, like significant others and stuff, and just that relationship and the romantic part of the relationship too.
Yeah,
that would be nice. So, I don't know. Like I said, I should have that right now. At least that's how I feel.
you do keep on saying that that's something you should be doing. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that you say that sometimes? Now, with the whole should part of it, some part about that, I feel like, is that confusing to you of what you should be doing and what you want to be doing?
I mean, I feel like it's the same. Like I want the same thing that I feel like I should be doing, but there's that pressure added to it. And I think about everyone else, their expectations.
What kind of expectations who do you feel these expectations from?
Um, my dad.
Right, you've mentioned that before,
Yeah.
that you talked about it with him.
And although my friends don't really push it a lot, just being with them, and sometimes they try to set me up and it's awkward. And, I'm just kind of that guy that they're always searching for someone for.
Right. How does that make you feel with your friends being so involved with your dating, I guess, experiences?
It makes me more anxious about it. Like, there's pressure there, and that I don't want to mess it up if they'd introduce me to somebody or stuff like that. I feel like they're always kind of watching over what I'm doing, especially in that aspect of my life.
That must be difficult to be trying to please your friends, but still not doing it just solely for you.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I want to live my life for me, and I feel like that would make me happier throughout my day. Like not trying to please everybody else, especially in that aspect of my life. So that would be another thing I think would make me happier.
Doing things for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, let's go more into that then. You said earlier about painting that was something that you used to do for yourself and that made you happy.
Yeah.
Are there any other activities that you feel that maybe you even used to do in the past that you don't do now, like painting?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty nerdy guy, so there's not a lot of things I guess all my friends like to do. Like I used to work out, I guess, some in college, just by myself, and not really any team sports or anything. But I used to like doing that. But like I said, I got busy, and so I don't do that anymore.
What about working out did you like?
Um, well, I guess there was other people that I usually worked out with. I like to bike, and, so we did that some in college. But just being outside too. But I'm usually stuck inside with my work from work, bringing it home and being on the computer and having to do that.
Would maybe I know you work a lot during the week and you said that you work long hours, but that you enjoy working, right?
I do.
Have you ever thought about maybe setting some time for the weekend just for you to do some activities that would possibly make you happy? Have you thought about setting a time aside for that?
I guess I haven't. I mean, my routine is the same. It's been for a long time, so I always see the same people on the weekends, and they kind of expect me to be there and hang out,
Right.
And so I haven't really thought about setting time for me, just because the norm is to go get off work on Friday, go hang out with my friends or my dad, come home and do it again on Saturday. So no, I haven't really done that.
Well, I know during these sessions it's always good to set goals. Now, I know overall you said that when you first came in to talk to me, you said that you were unhappy overall. You said pretty much in general, is that correct?
Yeah.
So I feel like one of our goals could be for you is we can set small goals. Would you be comfortable with setting small goals for you to accomplish?
Yeah, that would probably be better. That'd be best.
Okay. Well, then how about we start small with maybe on the weekends taking some time for yourself and maybe doing those activities that you haven't done in a while, like painting and working out. Would that be something that you're willing to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Good. It's good that you're open to those possibilities, and I hope that that's something that works out for you and you enjoy, and maybe we can see a difference along the way and see if that helps.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually want to go more into your relationship with your dad. I know you had mentioned that when I asked you who you felt pressure from about being in a relationship, you said that you talked about it with your dad.
Right.
So can you tell me more about y'all's relationship or what y'all talk about when y'all do see each other?
He usually just asks, what's going on, and usually the answer is not much.
Right.
And he always somehow seems to work in something about if I've met any girls lately or, talking to anybody or interested in anybody, and the answer is usually the same, you know. But sometimes he'll also talk about his wife and my stepmom and how happy he is with her. And I feel like that's kind of his way of like hinting to me, like it's time for that for me, but I don't really like her anyways, so that bothers me that he would compare the situation. But that's usually what our conversation is. So.
How does it make you feel feeling that pressure from your dad to be in a relationship right now? How does it make you feel?
It sucks. Like, I mean, because it's not happening, and I don't really know what to do to change that. So.
Well, when you kind of how I asked you earlier about the miracle question of if you woke up and everything was great, how things would go. I guess we can use that as well with your father. If things were to be a really good conversation with your dad, what do you think things would be that y'all would talk about in your conversation with him?
I mean, just like sports, like the game, latest baseball game, or maybe like I know we both watch a lot of Netflix, so like what talk about that, what's happening there, or just I don't know, maybe going somewhere else besides bar, which I haven't really thought about much before now. But just getting out of that same scene, maybe doing something different, and maybe not talking about women for once.
That sounds like it's a lot of things that you brought up there that I didn't realize was a big thing for you. Like simply you not wanting to be at a bar when you're talking to your dad. Is that something you thought more into?
I mean, yeah, that's really the only scene I go to besides work. And so, like when I was in college, obviously I did a lot more, like I said. So it's kind of a bubble right now. And I never thought I'd say that, but I kind of want to get out of the bar, I guess. But I'm not sure how to do that.
Well, I guess that brings us to our goals again about getting you out of those situations and opening your horizons to different activities that you could possibly enjoy. Have you ever thought maybe about asking your dad to do any of those activities with you?
No.
How do you feel about, is that something that you would want to do with him?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could try to ask him. He might think it's a little strange, but I could try.
Okay. Well, this is all about, you, because I want there to be a focus on what you want instead of it being what you should want. And I know that there's been a mix with the whole I should be in a relationship but I want to be in a relationship. What are other things in your life that you feel you should be doing?
I mean, I guess along with the relationship comes kids. Like I'd like to have kids at some point. I should be happy in general. I don't know. I think most of it just stems from that. Like I should be happy. I guess I'm here trying to figure out what that looks like.
Right. Okay. So let's get into those goals that we've established for you already. One of them was painting. Another was working out. Both of those you used to do and you enjoyed doing. And then the last one we talked about was meeting your dad somewhere outside of a bar environment.
Right.
Now I want to go over, because I want this to be more immediate. So out of those goals, which one do you think would be the easiest for you to accomplish first?
I think probably about my dad, about meeting somewhere else, just because he's only one person, and the rest of my friends, there's a lot more of them.
Right.
I think my dad would be more willing to kind of make a change with me than they would at this point.
Okay. Do you want to go, let's go about talking about how that would look, about bringing that up to your dad, because you had mentioned before that he would think that he would feel it was kind of weird, you bringing it up, which is a possible obstacle that you may be facing.
Right.
And I know that's difficult to get into that kind of light of the situation, but I think if we establish some obstacles that you may face in trying to achieve these goals, it may help you relax if you do come across those obstacles. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. So you did. So like we mentioned, your dad may be feeling weird about this.
Yeah.
How do you think you could overcome maybe his opposition towards it?
Yeah, maybe we could make a compromise. Like maybe this week we'll go to the bar, but next week let's try something new.
Okay.
So that maybe not every time we're going there.
Okay.
Just kind of switch it up, not permanently, but
Okay.
maybe approach it that way, or maybe even explain to him. Like I think it'd maybe do us both good to do something else together.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds really good. That you could use that. Okay. On one of our other goals with the painting. Now, you had mentioned classes that you could possibly want to take, and that your friends also go to these classes, painting with a twist. I think it was that you said.
Yeah.
Now we want to make you feel comfortable at first reaching these goals. So, how would you most feel comfortable about reaching that goal? What are the first steps you would take in doing that?
I don't know. That's more of a hard one. And I don't think my friends know that I'm good at painting. Like that's not really something they know about me. So that might be hard too.
Right.
Because I've just been not going just because I don't want to go. I feel uncomfortable, but they don't really know that that's something that I enjoy.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, I guess the first step would just be just going once with them.
Right.
I don't really know. That's going to be hard. I can't think of any solutions for that. I just think they would be surprised, I guess,
Right.
that I would be going. But they'd probably be happy. But I think I just have to overcome feeling like all the attention was on me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, and other ways that you can do that is also taking small steps. There's no harm or foul in taking it slow.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that you had never told them that you painted, that they don't know that that's something that you do enjoy doing.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe you could start just paint on the weekends, just taking some time out of your day and just painting at the house, and then maybe working that up into conversation, like future conversations with your friends, so you don't feel so out of the blue about it.
Right. That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your last goal about working out.
Mm-hmm.
What are some obstacles that you can have with working out that you may face?
Well, I'm out of shape, number one, so it might not be very fun at first. But maybe trying to find like a class or something where there's other people there, kind of hold me accountable and to meet. But I think just doing it, like it's kind of exhausting at first, especially if you're out of shape. So just overcoming the first 2 times, but I think in the long run it could help me. So just that, and then making time for it.
Right.
That would be the biggest thing. Because it would also make me a little more tired than I already am.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad we covered all those obstacles so that you'll feel better, hopefully, about going into those situations and accomplishing those goals.
Yeah.
But okay, good. I feel those are good. Do you feel good with those goals to have?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on the one with my dad. First of all, maybe do some research
Okay.
about the other things.
Okay, so one of the things that you said that I like that you actually brought up was maybe even researching some things that you could do within those goals. I know painting, you had mentioned the classes, and with what do you think you could research with the working out that would help you in achieving your goal?
I know there's like a YMCA around the corner from my house, and I think a few of my friends actually work out regularly. So maybe asking them what they do or where they go, or maybe even asking if I could come with them at some point.
would you feel comfortable doing? Is that something that you're comfortable with, or do you want to go over maybe some possible obstacles that you face with that, with being
Yeah,
involved
probably
with
so. I think it's just all gonna be a shock to them that I'm actually like doing something different
Right.
because they're kind of in the same rut I am.
Yeah.
You know, so they do the same thing all the time too, so they might be surprised. That would be hard.
So overall, do you feel comfortable with? I know you keep on saying that it's a shock. It's going to be a shock to a lot of people, but that these are things that would possibly make you happier in your life.
Yeah.
Is that how do you feel about that being such a shock to your friends and people around you? How does that make you feel that these new activities you want to participate in are shocking and different for them?
I think it just kind of speaks to like the peers that I'm around. Like I think we all are kind of in the same. Like yes, they have significant relationships too, but they work a lot also, and we always hang out at the same places. And so I think one of the main differences is that I just don't have like one person to share that with all the time.
Right.
You know, and they have that aspect of happiness in their life that I don't have. I would a significant other. So I don't know. I think they might be willing to also branch out with me, but I think it might take a few times for them to understand.
Okay. And that's also one of the obstacles
Mm-hmm.
that we could possibly face in doing these goals. But I do want to see what excites you about these goals and maybe some possibilities, not just obstacles, but possibilities, positive possibilities that could come out of these goals. So could you tell me more about what do you think could come out of reaching these goals, positive things?
Yeah, I mean, going different places in general just help me meet different people. Even if it's different friends, that's nice, but also meeting like a girl there would be great too, someone outside of my circle of friends. I guess I'd be doing stuff for me. I'd be spending more time doing things I enjoy instead of just hanging out with other people because they expect me to hang out with them. So maybe even help my relationship with my dad. So those are some positives.
Okay. Now, when you're going through these goals and trying to accomplish that, I think it's going to be important for you to remain positive and think of the outcomes that these goals could possibly have. So that, I mean, we did mention the obstacles that you could face, but I think keeping in mind the end goal is going to get you through this. And you seem pretty open about it, which is good. That's really good that you're open to these.
Yeah, I'm just ready for a change. So I think some of the stuff we talked about is going to open my eyes to some things.
So, I want to go over, is there anything during the session that you feel that I should know that I maybe haven't asked or haven't mentioned yet?
I don't think so. I mean, everything's been helpful so far, and I think maybe one thing that we could talk about is maybe how to talk to my dad.
Okay.
Like that's really the relationship that I care about the most, and so I think he would be a good support in helping me with this, but I'm not sure how to talk to him about me being unhappy because he doesn't know I'm coming.
Right.
So I think that would be something that I would maybe need help on at some point
Okay.
during the process.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely work on that. We'll go more over how that conversation would look or possibly look, just because we do want to get you to those goals. And I want you to be prepared for that. So I think that would be good. So I will definitely take into consideration possible things that we could do to help you attain those.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now, it's getting towards the end of our session, so I wanted to recap of everything that we've talked about. Okay?
Yeah.
So we went over things that would make you happy. We spent a good chunk of things of what could make you happy and things that would be different in your life.
Right.
And that maybe having something new and different would bring you more happiness into your life. And one of the things that we also touched on was the whole aspect of where you should be in your life and what you want out of your life, right?
Yeah.
So next time, I think one of the things that we could go over is we set goals as well. And so I kind of want to see where you're coming along with the whole planning to get into those goals.
Okay.
So over the next week, if you could look more into, I know like the classes with working out and painting and stuff, kind of look more into those and see where you would be comfortable going. Because you don't necessarily have to go to the class with your friends. There could be other classes that you would want to go that maybe not be so couple oriented.
That's true.
And then maybe with looking more into the working out and talking with your friends about that. But another thing you brought up that you felt strongly about was your relationship with your dad, that's a very strong, important relationship you have in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And one of your concerns was bringing up to him how you want to make this change with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I want you to think about, till next time, I want you to come to me and hopefully we can elaborate more on what you can do with your dad and we can maybe talk about how we can make you feel more comfortable in coming up to him and telling him that you want to make some changes in y'all's relationship.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
You feel good about that?
Yeah.
So do you feel comfortable meeting again next week?
Yeah, same time.
Same time?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, well I look forward to seeing how you're progressing. I'm excited to see where you turn out.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.